Hey, Royals fans, welcome back to Thompson's Take. I'm your host, Matt Thompson, and this is your Kansas City Royals update, where we don't just report the stats, we break them down, and we bring the passion straight from the field to your ears. All right, let's get into it. It was a rough night out at Kauffman Stadium. Taj Bradley came into the game with an ERA just under 5 for the Rays, but you wouldn't have known by watching Tuesday night's outing. Bradley was absolutely dealing. He carried a perfect game into the 6th before walking John Rave. Moments later, Jonathan India broke up the no-hitter with a ground rule double. That was the Royals' first hit on the night. That would be one of only 4 hits for the Royals on Tuesday night, who managed just a single run. So after a promising 4-game stretch on last week's road trip, the Royals have now scored just 4 runs total in their last 3 games. The offensive drought continues. Kris Bubic got the start for Kansas City. He wasn't at his best, but he battled and kept the Royals within striking distance. Bubic allowed a 2-run homer to Danny Jansen in the 2nd inning, then gave up a sacrifice fly to him in the 4th. There's also some sloppy defense behind him. Maikel Garcia looked casual on a potential double play ball and ended up getting no outs. And Bubic didn't help his own cause, committing a throwing error on a slow roller up the first base line. That was a scary moment in the game, too, because it was eerily reminiscent of that play in Houston last season that broke Vinny Pasquantino's thumb. Thankfully, Vinny stayed in and later drove in the Royals' only run on the night. Daniel Lynch, who listeners know I'm a big fan of, had another tough outing. He allowed 3 hits and a run in 1 inning of work. That's back-to-back rough outings for Daniel Lynch. Now, let me preface this next part by saying, I know that baseball isn't easy. You're considered elite if you fail 70% of the time at the plate. I get it. I also know for a fact that I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if I were facing a major league pitcher. But that's why I gave up my major league dreams at the age of 9. But as a fan watching this team every day, I have to ask, is this team simply pressing, which I've thought most of the year, or is the offense just weak at this point? The Royals have now scored 2 runs or fewer in more than 30 games this season. That is a staggering number. And it's a shame, too, because the pitching's been there. The Royals entered Tuesday night tied with the Rays for the most quality starts in baseball, 37 of them. Kris Bubic took the loss tonight. He's now 6-5. He has a 2.18 ERA on the season, and that's in over 90 innings of work. Very consistent. And just sad, quite frankly, that with that ERA, he has 5 losses. The bullpen hasn't been perfect, and they've made things interesting at times, and they're ranked 10th in the MLB right now with a 3.54 ERA. So it's not elite, but that's certainly not the problem. Maybe I've been just a little bit too optimistic, holding out hope that this offense will click, and hey, maybe they still will. But it's becoming more and more clear to me that the Royals need more than just Jack Caglione to provide reinforcements. The bottom third of the lineup has just been tough to watch. No matter who gets plugged in there, there's little confidence. I have little confidence in their ability to reach base and let alone drive in runs. That said, I still believe in this group. I believe they're capable of much more. It's a long season full of highs and lows, as I've said before, and I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm just frustrated with what I'm seeing the Royals do on the field, and if I'm frustrated, I know that the players are very frustrated. You know that they want to deliver for the fans and make it back to the playoffs this year. With tonight's 5-1 loss, the Royals fell to 38-41 on the year. That's 3 games below 500, and they're now 11.5 games back of first-place Detroit. But stay tuned, Royals fans. We'll keep riding this roller coaster together. That'll do it for today's update on the Thompson's Take Facebook page and YouTube channel. My name is Matt Thompson, and I will be back with you guys again tomorrow night. Thanks for listening, guys.